Hi guys, it's Chris from Crafts with Chris, and don't you just love that card? So we're gonna make that card today. It is a fun fold card, and I'm not quite sure what the name of it is. I was online looking at all kinds of different fun folds and I found that one. So I thought it would be a fun one to make. So I'm bringing in the pieces of cardstock we're gonna use today. We are using a lot of pieces. So I'll leave all the measurements right here in the video. We're gonna need a piece of Bermuda Bay. This is cut at 10 by 5.5. This is gonna be your card base. And then for our Whisper White, we are going to need 2 pieces. These here are cut 5 1/4 by 4. Then you're gonna need 1 piece. This is cut 7 by 3.5, and you're gonna fold it in half, so it'll measure 3.5 by 3.5 once it's folded. Then you're going to need 3 more pieces of Whisper White. These are cut at 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. You also will need a scrap piece of Whisper White. It's got to be big enough to cut out the smaller stitch shape rectangle. Then we will need 3 pieces of Night of Navy. These are cut 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. And then you're going to need a piece of Night of Navy. This one here is cut 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and then 1 piece cut 5 3/8 by 1 3/8. And then you're going to need 2 pieces of designer series paper. This is the Noble Peacock designer series paper. So this one here measures 5 1/4 by 4, and then this piece here measures 5 1/4 by 1 1/4. And this designer series paper, there's 3 different designs. It's on page 167 in the annual catalog. And here are the 3 different designs. It's very shiny and shimmery. And you get 12 sheets of this. And the colors are Blueberry Bushel, Old Olive, and Pretty Peacock. You can see here they have some coordinating foil sheets in the same colors. So super pretty paper, and it's really thick. And if anybody would like a free catalog sent to them, just let me know. I'll leave the contact information in the video. Just contact me with your mailing information and I will get one right out to you. So that's it for the cardstock today. For the inks today, you're going to use Bermuda Bay, Night of Navy, and Memento Tuxedo Black, because I will be coloring with the Stampin' Blend markers. For the stamp sets today, I'm actually using 3 of them. I'm using the birthday backgrounds, and I'm going to use this one out of here. And I will be using the new Rustic Retreat, and I'm going to use the Happy Birthday out of here. The last stamp set we're going to be using is called Young at Heart, and this is new in the catalog. And this one's pretty fun. It's got all these friends on here and these awesome little sayings on here. So we're going to use this one. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Simply Scored tool. And we're going to take your piece of Bermuda Bay. You want to score that at 4 1/4. And then again at 8 1/2. And then we're going to bring in your piece of Whisper White, which measures 3 1/2 by 7, and you're going to want to score that at 3 1/2. So we're going to go ahead and bring in all our pieces for stamping. So you're going to need your 2 pieces of Whisper White, 5 1/4 by 4. You're going to need 2 pieces of the Whisper White that measures 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then your scrap piece of Whisper White. So we're going to go ahead and take one of your smaller pieces of Whisper White, and you're going to take the birthday backgrounds, and we're going to take this stamp out of here, and we're going to go ahead and stamp. So you're going to go ahead and take out your Bermuda Bay, and we're going to go ahead and ink up this background stamp. And then what I'm going to do is stamp it off on a scrap piece of paper, and then just stamp it on your Whisper White. So, and I'm going to just do that 4 times. And then that's it to that piece. So next we're going to take our scrap piece of paper. You're going to use the Night of Navy. Take the Happy Birthday stamp out of here. We're just going to stamp this on your scrap piece of paper. So now we're going to bring in our Memento Tuxedo Black, and we're going to finish off our stamping with this. you will be using all the ladies out of here, and then Laughing with You is the best form of therapy, and Young at Heart just a little older in places. So all of these stamps we will be using. So I'm going to go ahead and take my smaller piece of 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 piece, and you're going to take the lady holding the birthday cake, and we're going to stamp her on this piece. And I just stamped her right in the middle of this piece of Whisper White, just like that, and we're going to set her aside. So now we're going to take one of the Whisper Whites 5 1/4 by 4. We're going to take the group of ladies, and we're going to stamp them on the bottom of this piece of paper. And then we're going to take Young at Heart, and we're going to stamp that right above the ladies. And then we're going to set that aside. And then we're going to take our last piece of the Whisper White 5 1/4 by 4. And you're going to take the 2 ladies that are laughing together. And we're going to stamp them down at the bottom. I'm going to take the stamp Laughing with You is the best form of therapy. We're just going to go ahead and stamp that right above these ladies. Just like that. So we're going to set this aside. So we're just going to let those pieces dry, and we're going to take the Happy Birthday we stamped out. You're going to take the stitched shape rectangles, and it's the first one here, the smallest one out of this set, and you're just going to run that through your die cutting machine. So I have a whole pile of Stampin' Blends, and I'm just going to go ahead and color all of these pieces, and then we'll go ahead and assemble the card. So once your pieces are all colored, we're going to set them aside because we're going to start assembling the card. But I wanted to show you, I took the Happy Birthday, and I did take my Stampin' Write marker, the Night of Navy, and I just went along the outside edges. You can also do this with your Stampin' Pad. That's all I did with that. So I'm going to bring my bone folder in, and I'm going to take my card base, and I'm just going to fold it at the score line, just like so. And then I'm going to take this little piece here, and I'm going to fold that at the score line, and then again my bone folder to give it a good crease. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in the 2 pieces of the Designer Series paper and the Night of Navy to match that, and we're going to go ahead and layer that. You can use any kind of adhesive you have. I'm going to take your Designer Series paper and just layer that right on top. I'm going to do the same thing with the other piece. Layer that right on top. And then we're going to go ahead, your card's going to open like this. We're going to take your layered piece of Designer Series paper. And we're going to put that right on top of here. And then this little strip here. You're going to fold this over, and this is going to layer right on this little strip. So your card's going to look like this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 pieces of Whisper White, and we're going to adhere them down on here. We're going to just set that aside. So we're going to bring in our piece of Whisper White that we scored at 3 1/2. We're just going to fold that. Again, I'm going to use my bone folder to give that a good crease. And then on the inside here, we're going to go ahead and, so we're just going to go ahead and layer these pieces together. And then we're going to glue her right here, right on the inside. Now what you're going to do is bring in some ribbon, and I'm using the Old Olive Pretty Peacock reversible ribbon, And we're gonna go ahead and you're gonna fold up your card like this. Then on here around the center, I'm gonna use fast fuse just because I want something stronger on here. Just gonna put a little dab of glue there. And then you're gonna take your ribbon and you're just gonna put that right on your glue. And then it's gonna wrap around the back. You're gonna wanna go ahead and cut it long enough so that you can tie a ribbon into it. So, let's say that's probably long enough. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take this little piece here. I'm gonna just go ahead and glue it here. And again, I'm just gonna use some fast fuse because I really want it to make sure it sticks. So I'm gonna center it and line it up so it covers that ribbon, just like so. So then you're gonna open up your card, and then on here, we're gonna go ahead and put up some more adhesive, some fast fuse. We're gonna take our ribbon and we're just gonna glue it down here, just like so. And we're gonna go ahead and take a piece of the Night of Navy and a piece of Whisper White. We're gonna layer those together. And then again, I'm going to use fast fuse. You can use your liquid Tombow mono glue. You could also use the Terran tape. That's a very strong adhesive. I know Stampin' Up! No longer carries the fast fuse, but I do have a lot of it. So we're going to just go ahead and layer this here. And that's going to cover up that ribbon. It's also going to give you a spot to write to whoever you're giving this card to. So then what you're going to do is close your card, wrap this around here, and then cut your ribbon. And then the last bit of this card, we're going to go ahead and take our piece that we stamped the birthday background on. I'm going to layer it on here. And then what I did for this is I used Stampin' Up! Dimensionals and popped that up on the front of that. So we're just going to pop this up right on the front of this, right in the middle. And then we're going to apply that to the front of the card. Just like that. So there's your card, super cute. So it's a double folding card, I guess. And then you close it up, and then you would take your ribbon and you would just tie a little bow, and that will just keep it together. Just like so, and there's your card. Super cute. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's fun fold card. Let me know in the video comments if you like this card. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment what you liked about it or what you didn't. And also share this with your friends so they can make this card. Please subscribe below and don't forget to ring that bell. I also offer a newsletter that I would love for you to sign up for. You will get 30 free card ideas just for signing up. Thanks for watching.